We only see them in the video, but it looks like.
We'd see a block, though, wouldn't we?
Well, we
No,
just need to
'cause
know
like-
who's there.
Yeah, Rena, Newell, Molly, and
Oh, I
Dana,
see.
Chief Peter Paul are all, and Tony are all.
How many commissioners?
I see Richard.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. Hey,
Thanks, Richard.
Richard is bigger than life.
You want to see them grid?
Yes.
Please.
Do we?
Waiting. Sound.
How many commissioners do we have now?
Kevin's more around.
All tribal. Kevin and Cody are going, right?
At this point, we have 11,
We do?
because John Cashwell contacted me the other day.
What about Cody?
Cody and Kevin Hancock and James Cody have definitely left.
Okay. All right. Sam says he's calling in. Sarah and John.
Okay, does anybody else? Wi-Fi password, or put it back.
No, thank you, Bob.
Boxes are just keeping it smaller.
Be a grid. That's people. Does someone need the Wi-Fi password?
So we just had it.
Yeah.
They just took it back.
We have, yeah, I think we'll do.
Okay.
No, would it help you as the chairperson to be able to see who's on the computer? I love that.
You see Richard?
Yeah, but there's.
We got. Reno. That's us.
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Richard.
We have Rena, Molly, Chief People.
And Tom. Okay.
So if I can leave that there, it's helpful for you to go see. who
I can
joins.
just.
Two squad division.
Mhm. Just recent. Okay.
We can't just.
Excuse me. What are their numbers?
Say something for those who are.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, everyone, to the MITSC meeting, September 9th, 2022. And we're just waiting for a couple of commissioners to come on board for a quorum. And we'll be with you all shortly. Welcome to the guests we have on the screen here, on the Zoom, I should say. Chief-elect Rena Newell, Molly and Dana, Tony Sutton, and Chief Peter Paul. Oh, and Richard, sorry. You're on the big screen, Richard.
Good morning.
Hi, Richard.
Good morning.
Congratulations to Rena Newell. That's awesome. So first time I'm hearing about it.
Just had Aaron Dana, tribal rep.
Yeah, I could have seen that happen. Yeah.
Is it?
So we-
Aaron Dana, what?
Aaron
So
Dana
if
is
that's
the
the
new
case, we
Passable
can't
Quality
discuss
Tribal
it.
Rep. Apparently.
We can't act on that.
And you guys, your election is Saturday, right? Tribal election Saturday?
Informal.
I
We can't.
think so.
That's-
You
yeah.
can't-
I know I
Can't
think
vote on it.
I had to make it in time to vote, but.
And what do we
I couldn't
need? We
remember
have,
one.
And Knobscott's recognize absentee voting, don't they?
we have Richard online. That's it.
We're short by.
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sam is calling in and he'll be on soon.
Robert.
oh,
Z.
usually when people call my phone and ask for Robert.
Robert.
Important people know my name. I go,
Robert.
Robert.
Well, I just sent.
We wouldn't have 7 people. There is 7.
So we'll be looking for your name in the process. Information.
I won't put up a protest.
Huh?
I won't put up a protest.
You gotta put your name in there.
I'll,
I think you should do it.
I think so too.
This is what happened to me. I started coming to a few meetings and then somebody said, what are you doing?
yeah,
I think that sounds like a great idea.
I think the 6 best years. maybe ahead.
yeah,
But those folks that have.
It can be.
it can be. Actually, this potentially
Could give us a real
makes
role.
a different role for MITSC, rather than everybody being a little, both tribes and state being a little bit not sure.
That's been your observation too, eh?
Hmm, Absolutely.
Done,
Yeah, it's like,
done next.
since the last 3 or 4 years, whatever it was after the last blow up with LePage and the legislature, like everybody's just trying to be polite, not say anything
Yeah,
untoward.
yeah.
Except for me.
Except
You had your
Bert
example.
didn't get the memo.
I'm not allowed to just be out like.
No, you haven't said anything.
I remain respectful, is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know about polite. Like I said, sometimes I feel I have to question myself. I'll call somebody else and was I too harsh? Well, I have to, because I think sometimes when I think of the words, I don't know what's gonna pop out of my mouth. And it's just certain things trigger that, and maybe I get a little bit emotional at times.
Well,
Maybe I even asked you some.
Oh, we have
sometimes,
Darren.
Did I? Was I too harsh?
so we're up to 6,
I've done it too.
How many do you need?
9.
9?
It's unlikely. Hey, Darren.
Oh,
Hey, Darren.
Hey everyone, good morning.
What, do what now?
Pardon
How many we got now?
That was one of the
Hi, Darren.
advantages of being a
We're
lawyer.
waiting for more commissioners to join us
Disagree
so we
without
can
being an idiot.
get a
Yeah.
quorum and start a meeting.
I became
That's
good
what we
friends
do.
with some of my adversaries. There's a way to do it. There's a way not to.
Yeah, it's definitely not training I've learned as a historian. It's rather with us or against us.
What's that?
Not training that I've learned as a historian. Yeah, it's argument. Oh,
Academic writing, oh,
yeah.
terrible, much better off in court. No, there are rules.
Yeah, right.
Well,
No, it is interesting. That is part of a lawyer's training, even if it wasn't specifically trained. It certainly was mentored by the older bar members when I started practicing, who would give you the roughest, I mean, strong arguments in court, and then afterwards,
Yeah.
meet, go out for coffee or something like
maybe
that.
the front desk.
Realize that that's what your role is.
You get to the point where you, oh, that was a good one, you know.
I remember one of the deans of the Vanguard Bar was, of course, Lou Baffiatis, when I was a young lawyer. And
We are live streaming, just so you know.
Lou came into eviction court once representing a landlord.
So we have somebody on the phone with a 267?
Probably Sam.
It's me, Sam St. John.
Pardon?
It's me, Sam
Sam.
St. John.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, Sam.
So,
So in eviction court, where he'd never been before. Of course, I was representing tenants in eviction court all the time. And
Thank you, Sam.
he came out with arguments I'd never heard from any other landlord's attorney. It was a
So-
really good case. We tried the case. I won.
We'll be available to do it. It'll be-
Do we have,
It was strong, and then afterwards, he
we have Sam?
he just
just had a
contacted
nice
us.
chat outside.
Did Sam join us?
Sam is on, yes.
So we're up to 7?
Yes.
Joey's getting ready to get on.
Many
Joey's
years
coming.
ago, some
Yeah.
judges,
They won't have
after the
8.
jury trial
I sent you-
was
Do you want to
charged
call
to the
Sam?
jury, would have
I
lunch
can.
with the lawyers
Yeah,
on
let's
both
do it.
sides.
Yeah.
Those were civilized days.
Sandy.
We also used to bet on the outcome.
Oh, I see. You just sent me Sandy's number. and I can call.
State commissioners, how do we expect?
Joey's gonna be coming on. He just-
Joey said he's.
There was a rumor that cash flow was coming back from beyond.
Sandy, Joey,
Right here.
somebody. No, I meant who's not here.
Oh,
Sarah?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Oh, she called in sick?
She is sick, so she may not be on.
Someone contacted her to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she was like, if she could, but I guess she was feeling really. So,
Not COVID, but
not,
very sick.
but not that, but
But really not very well.
not feeling.
sorry for the delay. We are waiting for 2 more commissioners.
Be out in the sunlight, I was getting all baked there.
And do we have enough light in here? You guys all okay with?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, compared to outdoors, it's less light.
It's getting a little warm out there.
This is the 2 and the 7 meeting up there on the top left.
2 on video and 7 that are videos turned on.
So there are 9.
2 with the video on and 7 with video.
There's 9 connections, but we're one of them. Rachel is one of them, and Copscook is one of them.
And Tony. Tony's on?
Tony is on, yep. Congratulations, Rena.
Is Rena there?
Yeah, congratulations, Rena.
Rena's on?
It's the feminine form of Zagam.
Zagomusk.
Zagam.
Zagomusk.
We still need it there.
Okay, I
Yes.
called Sandy and there's no
Sam.
answer.
All of my chiefs are women. I've always just used dog.
I don't think so.
I didn't realize that there was a
Sam.
female version.
Sarah.
Same thing with,
She never got back.
with, friend, Nita.
Nita Besk?
her to-
See, I've had arguments about that. Is Nita Besk a female friend, or is it best friend, or is it
Female.
Female.
girlfriend?
Female.
Okay, so is it actually specifically girlfriend, or is it
A
just,
friend that's female.
yeah, okay, I've had that argument, yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out the meaning of auntie.
Andrea.
I'm trying to figure out auntie, whether that's single or just an adult woman. Or
What is auntie?
auntie, you've never heard
What'd
that?
you say?
Auntie, what's,
But we use that word now, but I don't think we use words for that. It's usually your other mother.
does auntie mean single woman? Is it in the colloquial sense?
I'm not understanding the question.
Oh,
That's an English word,
Like
isn't it?
aunt.
yes.
Oh, sorry.
But it's commonly used, like I see it from my,
Bit of a slang term,
yes.
yeah,
And
and,
does it mean single?
oh, no, not necessarily, it's just, the female,
Yeah.
women in your life that are like figures of authority almost,
Okay.
that are like, it's not your mom, but all your aunties too. Yeah. And,
11:30.
What do you want me to do?
it's just
I don't know.
women of
I'm
authority.
Oh,
just
sorry.
saying.
It's 11:20.
Adult woman.
Yeah.
Let me try her,
Sure.
Okay.
and that way my number will come up on her phone.
It's a bit of a
Yeah.
catch-all, like, yeah.
We get it to 11:30.
Yeah.
I have a lot of
I've seen it,
nephews.
it's just,
I
it's an adult woman mentor.
Sure. Yeah.
But I also get it as like
All the aunties are
girlfriend or date or.
cracking the keys, yeah. It's,
We gotta be careful how we use those.
It's not disrespectful, even in slang, it's just.
no, it's just, yeah.
Is there a Passamaquoddy word for auntie?
Yes,
What is that?
depends on who you're talking about.
Whether it's male or female.
Okay, so like, what if it's your family? Like, so for us, Micmac, it's Sugi. Sugi
Sugi,
is your aunt.
on which side, does it matter?
Left side.
No,
Mother or father side?
it doesn't. I don't think it matters, but I don't know. That's a question for JD.
Yeah,
But I think it does. I think that it does.
it does matter for Passamaquoddy.
It does. Okay, so what if it was on your dad's side?
I'm not sure about dad. The only way I can find is like auntie for mother, from your mother's side.
Okay, what is that word? What does that
Hold on.
sound like?
We have to-
Yeah, it's an English saying, Dontamo. But that's like that's like a Passamaquoddy pronunciation for the English word.
Okay.
I think traditionally it was, what the English would refer to as your aunt or uncle.
Or you can say
Yeah,
Gizdizel, which is your mother's, an aunt on your mother's side. Kisisol. Gizdizel.
Gisizu?
Gizizel.
So that's
Like a
like,
Z.
my kids, they have godmothers in Canada. They call them Gelnisk.
Gelnus, yep, that's a godparent.
And what does that word mean loosely,
Again, that's created right from that Catholicism of godparent, godson, goddaughter type thing. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a made up word, or would there be another word for that? Like an older word?
Well, it's like you're taking care of something or someone. Illness,
Yeah,
right? You're holding them
close.
close, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think, we didn't have godparents before
I think it is.
colonists got here.
That's Sam.
There were no such thing as a
Look at
godparent.
this.
They'd all be auntie then.
Uh-huh.
They'd all be auntie.
You have lots of aunties.
Yeah, but what I was taught was that
Yes, we don't
even
show you.
like the siblings of your parents, you know, there was not a aunt. Usually they were your mother's side. You know, their sister would be also considered your mother. And same thing, you know. So after that, maybe I think outside of that,
Yeah.
auntie or uncle. But usually their siblings were either your mother or your father as well. Because, you know,
Interesting.
especially with the clan systems, you know, because everyone in your clan is your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know, and there were no such thing as first cousin, second cousin, you know. What the Europeans refer to as your first cousins would actually be referred to your brother and sister.
Yeah.
You're actually siblings.
You know, the most amazing thing I read in, you know, about our history, the Wabanaki people, was, you know, how we valued children. You know, this was a Hoffman dissertation from like 1490s, like one of the first, you know, encounters with the Mi'kmaq tribe. This guy followed them along and wrote down everything that they did. And, you know, he had witnessed a birth, and he was like, he had seen, you know, no more loving parents in this world than, you know, the Mi'kmaq people, because they knew that, you know, in the future, this person, they have to do a good job of raising them, because this person is going to take care of them in the future. So they would never yell at a child, hit a child, take a child's spirit. Like, they would just raise them with nothing but love and respect.
Oh.
You know, and that's kind of amazing. And so I could imagine that, yeah, that's your family, and you love them all. It's
What's so odd is that it makes perfect sense.
yeah.
Where should be.
Yeah, well, it makes perfect sense, because if you look back, like, there was no jealousy, there was no wanting of anything. There was, because everything that, you know, somebody had, you could get the same thing, because it's right there at you know, at your disposal. You know, food was abundant, land was abundant, everything was in abundance, you know, and what wasn't here was alcohol and drugs. You know, it didn't fit into our society.
And if you were someone who didn't have certain things, the people, and, you know, especially the chiefs, you know, our tribal leaders, you know, our chiefs would make sure that they had something. A lot of times our chiefs were actually, as far as possessions go, the chiefs usually were considered the poorest of the community, because they always made sure that the people had, you know, and in turn, the people had that respect for their chiefs, that, you know, well, we got to take care of our chief too. So, you know, there was no, you know, poor or whatever, you know, we made sure that everyone was taken care of, because, you know, and the concept, and I've heard it even in the military, you know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And so we ensured that, you know, those that would be considered a weak or less, what do you have it? I can't think of the word.
Healthy.
Less wealthy, because we didn't really have a word
Fortunate.
for wealth. Yeah, less fortunate. Yeah, that the community as a whole made sure that they were taken care of. They had the needs to provide for themselves and their families as well. So
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's leadership.
yes. And that's community.
Yeah, that is community. But if you guys ever have a chance to read some of those old documents like that, you know, I encourage you to sit down because and read it, because there's so much to learn. Like, you know, one of the cool things was, you know, you look at babies wrapped in those cradle boards, you know, you never think of like, you know, how these kids go into the bathroom in there, you know, do they have to unwind them every time? No, they didn't. They had ways, you know, to get out, you know, anything. And that's kind of neat. You know, they would roll up, what do you call it? Like cardboard to direct, you know, out the urine. And then, you know, they would, you ever see the punky wood where it's like soft and it'll turn to powder? They would put that by their butt. So like when they did poop, that it would mix with that and get hard. Yeah. And protect them. It's kind of, the whole thing's neat. It's like,
Kind of cool.
you know, I hung out. Yeah, it is. Well, you think about it, it's like these people, you know, and this is from hanging out with a anthropologist last summer. He was saying that, you know, these people were as smart as we are, but they just had limited tools. So don't think that they were hurting in any way, is what he taught me.
Yeah. Okay, so our meeting is not going to take place. We have 2 vacant positions on MITSC at the moment. And so in order for us to reach quorum, we would have to have 9, 8.
Yeah. We would need 9.
9,
We only
and we're
have
not, and we're at 7. And now we're at 11:30. And we're not going to be able to hold the meeting. So what we're going to do is, anybody who wants to be here or on the Zoom, you're welcome to stay. But we are going to cut the live feed to the MITSC meeting because